Welcome back to Blue Zone Homestead. Today we are in the kitchen making mixed berry jam, goat's cheese and bread. This is our third jam project within a month. So we've made low sugar strawberry jam, low sugar raspberry jam, and today we are making low sugar mixed berries jam. So we have got a little bit of strawberry here, but we've got more raspberry and even more loganberries. Loganberry is a mix of blackberry and raspberry. It's quite large, I would say double if not triple the size of the raspberry, and it's coming in so fast. I don't know what to do with it now, so I've decided to make a raspberry jam today. We are just measuring out 3 kilograms of mixed berries, and we are adding 900 grams of sugar and 3 tablespoons of bottled lemon juice to today's recipe. I am also making today a small wheel of goat's cheese and 2 sourdough bread. Also, we are going to make homestead breakfast, veggie scrambled eggs and homestead mayo. So I've already heated up my 8 liters of goat's milk for 86 degrees Fahrenheit, then removed from the heat and added 1/4 teaspoons of vegan rennet. My next job, I've got ready 3 kilograms of mixed berry, and I'm going to use 300 grams of sugar to each kilograms. So we are going to work with just under a kilogram of sugar, preferably 900 grams, but it's, I'm not too fussed. And I'm going to mix together white granulated sugar with brown sugar, and that will go on a stove after my cheese making is finished. Because I'm working on the agar today and I'm using the simmering side of my agar, I need that for my cheese making, and when it's done we are going to start the jam. So for now I'm going to put this aside and I'm just going to tidy up what we don't need so we can focus on the job what we are on at that moment. Also, I've made this spread yesterday. I'm just waiting a little bit to rise and that will go to the fridge. I'm behind on that job. And this morning I've just started working on another bread. And I've been using in this bread flour, eggs, milk, not sugar, honey actually I've used in this one, honey and salt, and look, the gluten is already, and I've also put sourdough starter, and the gluten is already working beautifully, and I've put some oil on the bottom of this glass dish, and this can rise now. I do a few folds and we're going to probably bake this today. Let's start with the cheese. So what I have done so far, I've mixed the goat's milk and the rennet together, and I left it for a good half an hour, and this is the next step what we're doing now. We are cutting the curds. So I am cutting long way and a side way, as you can see, so all the way from left to right, just down in a straight line, and now all the way across, as you can see, from top to bottom. And I'm going to leave this for 10 minutes while the curds are healing. We do some other jobs. Right, next, after 10 minutes I'm going to put the curd and a whey, as now separated, back on heat, and it's very important to keep our eye on a temperature this time. I am going to heat this up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit within 30 minutes. On my aga, I cannot just turn on and off or low the temperature, so I have to remove the pot and put the pot back. If I would have just leave it on the simmering side of the aga, that would literally go up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit within 10-15 minutes, and I really don't want that to happen. I would like the temperature to come up within that 30 minutes, so nice and slow heat. It's very important in this cheese making. So I am doing also additional cuts now with my little tool there. So, and it's very important as well to keep stirring within this 30 minutes, the whole time at this 30 minutes. So I'm taking off the heat and put it back on the heat, as I've explained. And I'm checking the temperature. We are slowly coming up to temperature, and we are slowly reaching that 30 minutes mark. And I am the first 20 to 30 minutes I'm quite gently stirring, so gentle with those stirs. We don't really want to break those curds because at the moment they are very fragile. As longer we heat it up, they get in a bit firmer and firmer, and we can stir it a bit faster then. No, I think we get in there. I think we've just reached that 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and at 30 minutes it's gone. So we are taking the milk off the heat and let it sit there for 10 minutes. I am ready to make breakfast now. So what I have done with the cheese, after we put the rennet in, I left it for 40 minutes, and then I cut the curds, then I left it for 10 minutes to heal, then put it back on a stove, and slowly within like 20 to 30 minutes I heated the whole curd and whey up for 100 degrees Fahrenheit, removed it. I removed about 2-3 liters of whey, and I've put the same amount back in water, heated that back up again for 100 degrees Fahrenheit within few minutes, removed it, and that's where we are now. So that pot of cheese curd is now gonna be there for another 30 minutes also within, and leave that on that 100 degrees Fahrenheit. I go there, do a little stir, and then we are going to put them in a cheese mold. So we are going to have, I just gotta go back out. I forgot to pick onion because I would like to make omelette today for breakfast. But what I've done, I've picked these lovely greens. So we've picked celery, basil. Oh, this basket just smells amazing. The basil is gorgeous. So we've got the crimson and a sweet basil. We've got beautiful kale, the dinosaur kale. I've picked chives. I've picked all the lettuces, the crunchy iceberg lettuces. They are most of it now going to seed, so I'm every day taking some to my chickens and they can enjoy it. So I'm going to give this a good rinse, and I'm going to put this in a plastic bag. So this is the one what I've picked last week, and we are going to use most of this up, discard some, and there is lots of dill in there as well. So I think I'm going to put this, no, not yet, give another hour to rise a bit. I like when it touches in this Benetton basket, the shower cup, just kind of, and then I'm gonna put it in the fridge. But the other one is now ready for another fold, stretch and fold. Oh, this smells gorgeous. I've also picked some, I've done this cucumber, I think last year, and was in the fridge. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited about this bread. Right. Let's make a scrambled eggs with a touch. What I mean by that, I'm gonna use some onion, saute onion in lard. Then we're going to add some salt and smoked paprika and the eggs to it. Then I'm going to add some garlic. I'm going to chop some garlic, and I might put a little dollop or a tablespoon of this broad bean guacamole. Just another way to use it up. In the middle of this onion there is like this little circle where the flower stalk was coming up. So what I do with that, I am going to take that out because that is just too hard and I don't like it. So I remove that. So we just lost a little bit of that onion, but the rest is perfect. And it can go to the compost. So I probably won't use up all of the garlic in a scrambled egg, but I might put some fresh in a salad. And we're also going to make a lovely garden salad with some fresh peas, what we've picked yesterday. And some elderflower vinegar, probably put some olive oil on it or mayonnaise. It always depends on what I've got opened in the fridge, what dressing I've put on our salad. It's nearly lunchtime actually, so this is probably more lunch than breakfast, to be honest. Today probably I'm going to use the small mold for my cheese. I absolutely love cooking with onion, and our onion is actually now ready in the garden, so every time I need some onion for cooking I just pop to the garden, harvest some, and we fresh eat as much as we can now for the upcoming months. And actually it's, I think it's about 6th of July today, and those onions, some of them are flipped over, really getting ready for harvest, so I think this month we might actually gonna harvest some of those onions. But for now, I'm just happy to pop to the garden if I need, and then bring it in and cook with them. I am getting ready the salad. That's another thing as well with this cold weather what we are having so far. This summer, the salad greens are doing fantastic. So we've got the dinosaur kale, the curly kale, all the different varieties of lettuces, sorrel, chives, they're just doing fantastic. So I harvest them weekly and we are eating daily. And mainly our breakfast and lunch, I would say nearly every single day contains like literally the same amount what we're doing now. Greens, what we consume in our breakfast or in either our lunch. I'm cutting them up, so I've washed them all and I'm just cutting like kind of bite-sized pieces. We're gonna give them salt, and I've just made the most delicious. We are going to make it together actually, because then later on in this video delicious mayonnaise. But what I've added after that, some fresh dill to it, and oh wow, it is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I am actually still harvesting peas and just finished harvesting the broad beans. I've got the area ready in the garden. This week or next week we are definitely going to plant out the pumpkins. I'm just cracking a few eggs in a separate bowl. We are using up 4 eggs today in our scrambled eggs. A bit of smoked paprika, salt, and give it a good mix. After our onion is nicely sauteed, we just put the egg mixture with our onion, give it a good mix, and this only take maybe 3 minutes. Let's use up some fresh dill with our salad. We are having so much of the dill. I absolutely love the smell and the taste of fresh dill. Hopefully we can make some gherkins, pickle some gherkins soon. See, can you see that quart jar full of garlic cloves? So when I have time, I peel loads of garlic and just leave it in the fridge. It lasts absolutely ages. So whenever we need garlic, like now I like to put garlic in our salad as well. And when we do a toast, I just like to put some garlic on a toast, but I just leave it like that. So it's, it's no need to peel. So whenever we need garlic for anything, just put it in the fridge and get some out. We are still eating the broad bean guacamole, what we've made together. So good. Right, our salad is now nearly ready. All the vegetables are chopped up. Let's have a taste test. Check on the seasoning. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, got the thumbs up there. We've also got some mozzarella cheese to use up from last week's cheese making project. So we're going to have some of mozzarella slices on our brunch today as well. Let's slice few slices of those sourdough breads and toast it on our oven, because now scrambled egg is ready. So I removed the scrambled eggs and I've put the bread slices to be toasted. I'm just cutting up the mozzarella, few slices. So what we're going to do when bread is toasted, I'm just going to rub some garlic over it. Instead of butter, I'm going to add a layer of the broad bean guacamole. On top of that, we're going to add few slices of the mozzarella cheese. And we are going to put the scrambled egg on the top. So our toast is nearly ready. And I think I'm gonna add some butter as well. I've took the goat's butter out, what we made a couple of weeks ago. We still got a bit of left of that. Dividing the salad mixture within those 2 plates, and we're going to dish up. Just rub some garlic, clove, fresh garlic clove all over on that toast, sourdough toast. We are adding a bit of butter. On top of that, some broad bean guacamole, mozzarella cheese, and a scrambled egg. We are nearly done. And the breakfast is quite similar every day for us, so it always involves some kind of egg. So I do lots of fried egg, not so much poached eggs, sometimes poached eggs, but lots of times I do scrambled eggs. And yes, sometimes boiled eggs, but I think the fried and the scrambled eggs are our favorite, and then poached or boiled eggs. So I'm just putting the broad bean guacamole in a nice layer. On top of that, put the mozzarella slice, and on the top of the cheese, I'm just adding some salt and the scrambled eggs. And just like that, our lunch, it's ready. Lunch is ready. Let's have a taste test. So we've got toasted sourdough bread. I've put some garlic on it, our goat's homemade butter, and the broad bean guacamole with some scrambled eggs, mozzarella, and our homegrown homemade salad. I can really taste the celery. Crunchy with a sweet pea, sweet taste of that lovely garden pea. It's really nice. So I'm cooking these mixed berry jams now for just over an hour. So we've got 3 kilograms of mixed berries, loganberry, raspberry and strawberry. And I've put 900 grams of sugar, mixed white sugar and dark brown sugar, and 3 tablespoons of bottled lemon juice. Right, it's still got a long way to go. I have decided to leave the seeds in the mixed berry jam, and using an immersion blender I tried to destroy some of those seeds, but I'm not sure if I was successful. It definitely gave the whole jam a nice thick texture, but there's still loads of seeds there left. It is the next day. Just wanted to show you how my project's been turning out. So these are the 2 bread what we started making yesterday, and that's the cheese. It's done as well. I haven't managed to finish the mixed berry jam yesterday, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this back on stove today to heat it up, and then I'm going to can it. But just to show you how beautiful this jam is, one thing, I'm gonna leave the seeds in, although I really don't like it. I just don't like the crunchy texture, I think, more than anything when I eat this on anything. But the taste is divine, and actually the texture of the jam, especially if this is still warm, if that would cool down completely, I think that would have just a perfect texture. So I have decided to leave it as it is, no straining, and let's see how many jars that 3 kilograms of mixed berry jam can give us. I'll put 900 grams of sugar and 3 tablespoons of lemon juice in it as well, and so it's basically 3 ingredient low sugar mixed berry jam. But it's so good. So I just wanted to show you before I process this. And I am just in the making now for lunch again. So I'm making very similar to yesterday's scrambled egg with mixed salad, and we're gonna actually try. Shall we try one of those? Let's try the bread. Delicious. But the seeds. Would you mind to let me know, when you make your raspberry or mixed berry jam, Do you leave the seeds in? Do you strain it, or what's your preferred way to make the jam? Especially I'm interested how to remove those seeds without losing so many of those beautiful raspberries. Oh, can you hear that? Oh, that looks gorgeous. Still really warm. It's not long ago, about an hour and a half ago I took this out. That is good, friends. That is. Smells gorgeous. When I talk to my friends about bread making, they always ask if it's hard to make sourdough bread. And you know, I don't want to say no, it's easy, because it isn't. Over the years you find the way to do it, but to be honest, to make a sourdough bread, it's not easy. Ready to fill the jars with this lovely mixed berry jam. So I've got the funnel warm jars, and I've heated up the jam because it is the next day. We are making these. So nice to see all those jars now on the pantry shelves. We managed to do quite a few now. Probably we've got about 15-20 jars of jams already, and the season only started. So yeah, I think we managed to do 10 jars of these mixed berry jam as well, but I think it's awesome. Right, 10. Whatever is there now, I'm just gonna leave it and we're gonna use it up later. So what I do next, I've got kitchen towel and some white vinegar, and I'm going to just wipe the rim, make sure there is no jam on it or anything, and we can have a good seal. It's under a little bit on it. So wipe that down. I compost this. And what else I do, I just stick my finger in a vinegar and just run it through my finger on a jar. Make sure it's no cracks or nothing on it. Perfect. And then we're going to put the lids on. Finger tight, and put the jars with the jar lifter to our pot. So one by one, using the jar lifter, I am just adding all the jars to the water. And I'm going to water bath can it for 10 minutes. I've managed to put all 10 jars in just about, so that was really good. I didn't have to do it 2 rounds. That was super easy. And the last one. All 10 jars in the water. I'm gonna wait until it comes back for rolling boil, and I'm going to boil water bath can the mixed berry jams for 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes gone, I'm gonna remove very gently the pot and wait another 5 minutes, and then using the jar lifter, taking out very careful every jar and put it back on a towel until tomorrow. Let's make homemade mayonnaise. I like to use avocado oil when I'm making the homemade mayonnaise, and some fresh eggs, bit of garlic powder, sometimes bit of onion powder, mustard or mustard powder, lemon juice or vinegar. I use apple cider vinegar, salt, and to ferment our mayonnaise so it lasts longer, I add whey today, and a bit of lemon juice today. And using an immersion blender, our homemade mayonnaise will only take a minute to do. So easy and so delicious. And what I forgot to add in, but I've added later on, some fresh dill, and it turned out divine. We like mayonnaise, so I do make mayonnaise weekly, fortnightly for sure. You know, I don't make a lot, but I just make enough what we consume. I really like it. I'm happy. So I'm adding the whey now. Give it a good stir and leave it out on kitchen counter before we put it to the fridge. Yummy! So our homemade mayonnaise is ready, and I've used the whey from the buttermilk, what we just made a few days ago, to ferment our mayonnaise so it lasts longer. I'm going to leave this out now. I'm going to cover it and leave it down now for a while before we're going to put it in the fridge. Behind me, I am making yogurt. It's 3 hours, 90 minutes in. So 4 hours and 40 minutes to go. Yeah, for 8 hours altogether. And then that's gonna give me, like, it's 5 o'clock now, so it's gonna be ready about 10 o'clock. And I'm just going to remove the lid and wait until it cools down, and I'm going to put this in the fridge. 10 minutes have gone, so I'm going to remove the pot from the stove and wait 5 minutes before we're going to take the jars out and put them down on the kitchen tea towel. Well, thank you so much for spending time with me today, and see you very soon. Bye, friends.